And if you don't hear the whole speech today, I want you to go to splittingthesky.net. Take that home with you, Google it, look up his information. It's well documented what he's going to be talking about. His history is all there. You can hear some previous speeches that he's given. And I want to give a special thanks to John Duddy and Calgary 9/11 Truth for working with me to get this man here today. Please give it up for Splitting the Sky.
Thank you very much, sisters and brothers. It's a great honor to be here today. It's an honor to walk hand in hand, arm in arm, truth to truth, with fellow 9/11 truthers. And I say that today from the very onset. I'd like to thank a few truthers who have just been mentioned, John Duddy, and the gentleman that put up my airfare to come all the way from British Columbia here on his air miles. Thank you very much, sir, whoever you are. One day I hope to meet you or re-meet you. I'd like to thank all those, my brother Wayne here for taking a lot of time and putting up a lot of his own personal funds to make sure that everything was taken care of here to get me here today too. And I'd like to thank my brother here, Ron Bankley. That the reason I am here personally is because, first of all, there are over 2,800 people dead who were murdered in a mass murder in New York City. I am from New York. I was born in Buffalo, New York. I was raised part of my life in New York City. I know the very grounds that every human being died at ground zero. I know them all. I know the place. As a matter of fact, my family and I were there for 10 days. 10 days before the Twin Towers happened. We left the day before. Something told us to get out of New York. Something wasn't right. We were in fact housed in one of the hotels, which was 1 block away from the Twin Towers. We were in the Marriott Financial Center. It was under renovation, so it cost cheaper. We were going to go to the Marriott Hotel, which over 400 people were killed on September the 11th. We would have been there that morning if it weren't for the fact that my wife and I decided we had to get out of there for some reason. Something told us, get out of New York now. That's that intuitive voice speaking, and when it speaks loud. If we would listen and hear that intuitive voice. But there are over 2,800 people that were murdered on September the 11th. Those people are screaming out for justice. Those people are trying to tell the rest of the world that it was not Osama bin Laden that blew them buildings down. Those people are trying to tell the rest of the world that it was an inside job by the Bush administration, and it was backed by the CIA and the Mossad and the SAS and the ISI. And they said, we need somebody to get out there and tell this and explore this and research this and tell the world who really killed us. Yeah. There's gonna be no tipping around the truth here. We're 9/11 truthers. Our job is to tell the truth. Our job is to expose the real killers and to apprehend them and to bring them before an international court of justice, a criminal war crime tribunal, and to indict these people, convict these people, and mete out the sentences appropriate for their crime of mass murder and treason. Yeah! Because not only were there Americans, but there were people from 82 different countries that were murdered. If we must appeal to the nationalism, the first question I have standing on Parliament Hill is, why? Why hasn't the Harper government, that basically is the twin brother to George Bush, why hasn't this Harper regime, why haven't they called for an immediate investigation for the murder of 24 Canadian citizens? Why? Why indeed? Because after 9/11, Congress automatically did two things. They released billions of dollars in order to finance that war internationally in Afghanistan. That's where they started. Well, the first thing they stole in Afghanistan, and they knew they were going to steal, was the Baku-Tbilisi-Ceyhan pipeline. That was their objective, to seize control of the Caspian Sea basin. That was objective number one. Objective number two was to totally erode and eradicate civil liberties of the American people. The fact of the matter is, those that set up, there was at the same time that they were invading over there was before 9/11. There was insider trading going on. People had traded up to $15 billion worth of put option stocks were traded before 9/11 happened. Now what they were doing is that they were trading and betting that certain corporations were going to fail that day. Not one person has ever investigated and said that Osama bin Laden or any Arabs have been known to trade put option stocks before 9/11 went down and benefited from the bloodletting. I'm telling you here today, without fear of being called a conspiratorial nut, it is our duty to indict, to demand them to be brought back before a commission, before a war crimes tribunal, to demand justice for 24 dead Canadians, to demand justice for 2,800 Americans in 82 different countries, personnel from around the world. Yeah! The only way we're going to stop that war is by exposing 9/11 as an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. 9/11 was an inside job. Now, let us finish by reading and bringing this verbal indictment against these particular players. I'll give you a little explanation who they are and why they must be brought and apprehended. And if we can't force the RCMP, the New York State Police, the FBI, or any other intelligence agency, national security agencies, if we can't get them to arrest their masters, then we will deputize ourselves and we will apprehend these bastards. We will seize them. We will go into the meetings in the Bilderberger groups and snatch them by the collars and put handcuffs on them and drag them out before the people. Arrest them, charge them, convict them, and mete out the sentence necessary appropriately for mass murder and treason. We're not just sitting here pontificating. People have been killed for a lot less of what I'm saying right now. But I say to you, why worry about assassination when the world is about ready to be bombed to oblivion? You're right. Do you think for 1 second that any one of us will escape? Do you think our children will escape? No, no, nobody will escape. Everybody walking down here, it's a good day to shop. Bush says continue to shop after 9/11. Well, look, shop until we all drop. But we're not going to drop because we spent all that money, because I ain't got no goddamn money. But I'll tell you what, I've got integrity. And I got more integrity and the wealth and dignity to never sell out, to never stick my head in the sand like an ostrich and show the world my ass.